Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something super real, something we all need in our lives but barely think about. Control your mouth, mood, money, and mind. Sounds simple, right? But trust me, it's the secret sauce to a peaceful and successful life. You know, one of the things we don't talk about enough is how much power our words hold. Like seriously, have you ever said something in the heat of the moment and then regretted it immediately? Yeah, same. It's something we all go through, but the real learning is in how we respond, not react. Because the truth is, your mouth and your mood can literally make or break moments, relationships, opportunities, and even your own peace of mind. Let's be real, we all have days when we're just not feeling it. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's frustration, or maybe it's just waking up on the wrong side of the bed. But what happens next, what you say when you're in that mood, that's where your self-control and awareness really show up. Sometimes we let our mood lead our mouth, and the outcome is rarely ever good. A few harsh words can turn into a fight, a misunderstood message can cause a rift, and one sarcastic reply can hurt someone deeply, even if we didn't mean to. I remember there was a time I was super overwhelmed with work, like back shoots, meetings, and college stuff all piling up. One evening, a friend called me just to talk, and instead of being kind or patient, I gave her cold, short answers because I just wasn't in the mood to talk. Later, I realized that she was actually having a bad day and needed support, and my attitude made her feel worse. That moment really stuck with me. It made me realize that our mood can be temporary, but the impact we leave on someone through our words can last a long time. What we say matters. Words can heal, but they can also hurt. And the funny thing is, once words are out, you can't unsay them. It's like squeezing out toothpaste. No matter how hard you try, you can't put it back in the tube. That's why emotional maturity isn't about not feeling anything. It's about feeling everything, but knowing how to respond in a way that doesn't harm anyone, not even yourself. Have you ever noticed how people who stay calm in chaos are often the ones others look up to? It's not because they don't feel things. It's because they've trained themselves to control their mouth and mood, and that takes practice, like actual daily effort. It could be something as simple as taking a deep breath before you reply to a text that annoys you, or waiting 5 minutes before reacting to a situation that makes you upset. These small pauses, they save relationships, they keep your vibe classy, they protect your peace, and honestly, controlling your mouth doesn't mean you stay silent or suppress your feelings. It means you choose your words wisely, you express but with empathy, you give feedback but with kindness, you disagree but with respect. It's a form of emotional intelligence, and in a world where everyone's trying to shout the loudest, being calm and thoughtful is actually a flex. Now, let's talk about mood for a second. Our moods are like weather, they change all the time. Sunny one moment, cloudy the next, and that's normal. But what we can't do is let our temporary emotions create permanent damage. Just because we're having a bad day doesn't mean we get to bring everyone else down with us. People around you are fighting their own battles. Everyone's tired, everyone's stressed, everyone's doing their best. So if you can be that person who brings light, even when your own world feels a little dim, that's powerful. One thing that really helps is self-awareness. Like when you know you're not in the best mood, acknowledge it. Don't push it away or deny it. Just be like, okay, I'm feeling off today. I need a little space. That simple honesty with yourself is so freeing, because once you're aware, you can take action. You can journal, breathe, walk, dance it out. Talk to someone, whatever helps you release the tension without projecting it onto others. Also, watch how much of your mood is being affected by external stuff like social media, comparisons, or other people's opinions. Sometimes we get irritated or sad, and we don't even realize it's because we saw something online that triggered us. Protecting your mental space is a part of controlling your mood. That means setting boundaries, taking breaks, and being intentional about who and what you give your energy to. And here's something else I learned. People will remember how you made them feel more than what you said. So if your mood constantly makes others feel unsafe or uncomfortable, that's something to work on. No one's expecting perfection, but emotional responsibility is part of growing up. It's part of being the kind of person others can trust, not just with secrets, but with energy. Sometimes people think being quiet or walking away during conflict is weak, but honestly, it's strength. It's easy to react. It's way harder to stay silent, collect yourself, and respond later with grace. That's real confidence, that's maturity, that's power. So yeah, your mouth and your mood, they matter more than you think. They can be tools to uplift or weapons that destroy. And every day, you get to choose how you use them. You get to decide whether you want to be remembered as someone who spreads peace or someone who spreads drama. Someone who speaks life or someone who tears others down. We don't have control over everything in life, but we do have control over ourselves, our tone, our words, our reactions. And once we start taking that responsibility seriously, life becomes smoother. Relationships get healthier. Self-respect grows, and suddenly you're not just reacting to the world, you're creating the kind of world you want to live in. So the next time your mood feels heavy and your mouth wants to snap, take a breath. Ask yourself, is what I'm about to say going to help or hurt? That 1 second of reflection can save you from hours or even years of regret. And remember, controlling your mouth and mood doesn't just help others. It protects you, your peace, your energy, your vibe. And that, my friends, is priceless. Let's talk about 2 things that quietly shape your future more than almost anything else: your money and your mind. A lot of us chase outer success: fame, likes, followers, brand deals, designer outfits. But honestly, none of that lasts if we're not taking care of what's going on inside us. Because your real power doesn't show in what you wear or how popular you are. It shows in how you think and how you handle your money. These 2 things are mirrors of your discipline, your self-respect, and your future. Let's start with money. Now, I know it's not always the most exciting topic, especially when you're young and just starting out, but trust me, it's one of the most powerful tools you'll ever have, and it's not about being rich or showing off. It's about being in control. When you manage your money wisely, you buy yourself freedom. Freedom to say no to things you don't want. Freedom to take risks. Freedom to walk away from toxic places or people. Money gives you options, and options are power. The way you treat your money reflects how much you respect your future self. Are you spending on things just to impress others, or are you saving and investing for what really matters? Are you budgeting for your goals or living for the weekend and spending everything by Monday? Every small choice adds up. Buying coffee out every day might not seem like a big deal, but those habits build up over time and either push you forward or keep you stuck. I remember when I first started earning, it felt amazing. Suddenly I had independence. I could shop, treat my family, do things I dreamed about. But it also came with a responsibility I didn't fully realize. If you don't learn to control your money, it will control you. That means learning to say no to unnecessary things. It means planning, not just living in the moment. And it means asking yourself, is this purchase helping me get closer to the life I want? The truth is, nobody teaches us this stuff unless we go out and learn it ourselves. Schools teach math, but not money. So it's up to us to educate ourselves, to follow creators who talk about financial literacy, to read, to ask questions, to make mistakes and grow from them. Whether you're an artist, a student, a content creator, or someone figuring life out, money is part of your story, so treat it with respect. Save, invest, budget, and most importantly, understand it. That's real glow-up energy. And now let's talk about your mind. Because while money gives you external power, your mind gives you internal power, and that kind of strength, that's unshakable. The way you think, the way you process your emotions, the way you bounce back after failure. That's your mental muscle. And just like any muscle, you need to train it. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect abs, right? Same goes for your mindset. If you want a strong, clear, powerful mind, you need to feed it with the right thoughts, daily habits, and a lot of honesty with yourself. Your mind is where everything begins, your dreams, your fears, your actions, your patterns. If you want to build a life you love, you have to start by checking your thoughts. Are they building you up or tearing you down? Are you living in fear or in purpose? Are you letting negativity win, or are you choosing peace, confidence, and growth? Even when it's hard, and look, it's not about being positive all the time. That's not real life. We all have low days, overthinking days, comparison days, but what matters is that you don't stay there. You learn to catch yourself. You ask, is this thought helping me? And if it's not, you gently shift it. That's mental strength, not perfection, but awareness. One of the biggest lies we believe is that we have to wait for things to get better before we feel better. But actually, the moment you decide to change your mindset, your whole energy shifts. And when your mind is in a good place, your decisions are better. Your relationships improve. Your creativity flows. You stop chasing approval and start standing in your worth. I've noticed that the people who are really powerful, like not just loud but quietly powerful, are the ones who have mastered their mindset. They're calm, clear, and intentional. They don't need to prove themselves because their confidence comes from within. That's the kind of energy that attracts real success. Not fake hustle, not constant burnout, but grounded, steady inner strength. And when you combine a strong mind with smart money habits, that's when you start to glow differently. You start living life on your own terms. You stop surviving and start thriving. You have both clarity and freedom. Two things money and mindset can give you if you treat them right. Here's the truth. Your money and your mind are always talking to each other. If your mind is cluttered, you'll probably spend impulsively. If you're emotionally drained, you might use shopping to cope. But if your mind is calm and focused, your money choices will reflect that. You'll spend with intention, you'll plan for your future, you'll value yourself enough to not blow everything on a temporary high. So protect both. Be as mindful of your spending as you are with your thoughts. Set boundaries not just with people, but with your own habits. Invest in experiences that make you smarter and happier, not just trends that fade. Learn something new, meditate. Save, spend where it matters. Cut where it doesn't, because the version of you that you dream of becoming, that version is built daily, through small decisions, through tiny mindset shifts, through every rupee you save and every thought you challenge. No one is going to do it for you, but you have everything you need to build a powerful life, one decision at a time. So remember, your money and your mind are not just resources, they are your superpowers. Learn to manage them well, and you won't just survive, you'll lead, you'll inspire, and you'll shine in ways that no filter or fame could ever match. So, just like I keep my skincare routine tight, keep your mouth, mood, money, and mind in check. That's how you glow inside out. Thank you. Love you all.